Nueva Venecia is a village located in the middle of Ciénaga Grande, the largest swamp in Colombia, which presents an interesting life in this village. Life flows like the canals that are the lifeblood of the community. Usually, fishermen set out at dawn, chasing fish shadows on the sparkling water surface. Meanwhile, children navigate the water highway with small boats heading to school. Then, vendor mothers who go from house to house with their boats create a symphony that blends with the natural rhythm. Nueva Venecia bears a resemblance to a city in Italy named Venice. If Venice in Italy stands on a cluster of islands connected by a network of canals and bridges, also known for its architecture and beautiful places and extensive history, which makes it one of the most visited locations in Europe. However, it's not the same with Nueva Venecia in Colombia. This is not just because of the very different characteristics, due to cultural and geographical context, but also because of the dark history and events it has experienced. Nueva Venecia is located in the northern part of Colombia, within a vast lagoon ecosystem connected to the Caribbean Sea. This lagoon is part of a larger biosphere that supports various types of flora and fauna, especially birds and fish. The history of Nueva Venecia is not recorded in detail until modern times. Nevertheless, it is estimated that this community has existed for centuries. The village was founded with a simple idea that fishermen at that time were looking for ways to maximize their access to the abundant fishing resources in the lagoon. Then, they decided to build houses on the water as a practical solution that allowed them to directly access the fishing waters. The native inhabitants of Nueva Venecia, most of whom are descendants of indigenous communities and mixed with European and African immigrants, developed a unique way of life that is highly integrated with their natural environment. They adapted the traditional house building techniques of the indigenous people who were accustomed to construction in swampy and flood-prone areas, using local materials such as wood and aquatic plants for structure and foundation. They build houses that stand on wooden pilings to withstand the ebb and flow of the lagoon. These pilings are not only practical but also become an attractive aesthetic part of the village's architecture. The entire infrastructure, including homes, schools, and even places of worship, is connected through a network of canals that serve as the village's main roads. This area is completely surrounded by water, making boats the primary mode of transportation used for all activities, from trade to taking children to school. Nueva Venecia has around 300 wooden houses and is home to approximately 2,000 people. Despite being built on water, the village has a soccer field, church, school, and even a library. Teachers and most of the village's essential needs come from the nearby city of Barranquilla. Like most floating villages, the main economy of this village relies heavily on fishing. Almost every family in the village is involved in catching or processing fish, and for them, fishing is not just a job, but also a part of their identity that has been passed down through generations. The residents of Nueva Venecia use fishing techniques that have been passed down through generations, demonstrating in-depth knowledge of the local ecosystem. Life in the village is also heavily influenced by rich traditions and culture, often related to the sea. Music and dance festivals often depict the deep relationship between the community and their environment. Local festivals can include boat racing and other social events, all showcasing the strong unity of this community. However, over the years, the village's economy has focused on fishing as its primary source of livelihood, and over time, the community has also begun to feel the impact of ecological and social external changes. The village is now trying to develop tourism as a way to boost its economy and raise awareness about the importance of preserving the ecosystem. In the late 20th century, the village faced problems such as pollution, declining fish stocks, and ecosystem degradation triggered by industrial and agricultural development in the surrounding area. In addition to environmental challenges, Nueva Venecia also faced social and political issues. In 2000, the village experienced a great tragedy when military forces entered the community and killed dozens of people as part of a larger conflict in Colombia. This tragic event marked a turning point in the village's history and caused deep sorrow and changes in community dynamics. However, fortunately, after the tragedy, there was a push to recover and rebuild the community in a better way. Conservation and education efforts became more integrated into daily life. Then, tourism began to be seen as an alternative source of income. Nueva Venecia began to develop ecological tourism as an additional source of income and a way to educate visitors about the importance of conservation. The unique experience offered by the village is very attractive to tourists looking for something different from the usual destinations. In addition, it also provides an opportunity for local residents to share their lives and culture. Today, Nueva Venecia has become a symbol of resilience and uniqueness that not only endures from one era to another but also continues to evolve and adapt. The village continues to maintain its strong cultural identity while striving to face ecological and economic challenges from a community that struggles to maintain their way of life while navigating challenges that come from both within and outside. In addition to its unique architecture and daily life related to water, Nueva Venecia also has several other interesting facts. One example is the extraordinary biodiversity surrounding the village. The lagoon surrounding the village is a habitat for various types of migratory birds and other animals, making it a popular destination for nature lovers and researchers. The village also has a rich tradition of music and dance, with influences from African, European, and indigenous cultures. Music and dance often become part of celebrations and festivals in the village, showcasing the strength of the community and pride in their cultural heritage. In fact, some of Nueva Venecia's traditional dances have been recognized as part of Colombia's intangible cultural heritage. In addition, Nueva Venecia is also famous for the skills of its residents in making handicrafts from natural materials such as wood and woven materials. These handicrafts not only become an additional source of income for local residents but also become a symbol of the village's cultural identity. Many visitors come to the village to buy authentic and unique handicrafts as souvenirs. With all its uniqueness and natural beauty, Nueva Venecia continues to be an attractive destination for tourists and researchers. The village not only offers a unique and unforgettable experience but also provides an opportunity for visitors to learn about the rich and diverse life and culture. In addition, the village also becomes an example for other communities on how to manage natural resources wisely and preserve cultural heritage. Nueva Venecia also has several activities that can be enjoyed by visitors, such as sailing on the lagoon, fishing, and visiting several cultural and historical sites around the village. Thus, visitors can experience the natural beauty and cultural uniqueness of Nueva Venecia firsthand. In recent years, Nueva Venecia has become an example for other communities on how to develop sustainable and responsible tourism. The village has shown that by managing natural resources wisely and preserving cultural heritage, communities can improve their quality of life and raise awareness about the importance of environmental conservation.